Annabelle Comes Home. The story of how the worst Christmas slash birthday slash whatever present in history did shortly after arriving at Casa de Ghostbuster Warrens. Bottom line, this is the haunted house film the Poltergeist remake should have been. I mean, it was awesome. First of all, Vera Farmiga and Pat Wilson still knock it out of the park as the Warrens. McKenna Grace, who plays their daughter, she is a great kid. I mean, she's a tween, but she has the acting chops of a much older woman. Well, I'll get to her later, but first off, let me start by saying, while the chemistry between Farmiga and Wilson is still great, we don't get as much as usual because this time the bulk of the ghostbusting ghostbusting is done by the daughter, played by McKenna Grace, who you might know from young Sheldon as the other smart kid. Anywho, she is is vulnerable but not weak. She's a scared little girl, but she manages to fight through it because she's not the only one involved in a little ghost busting this time. She's got a babysitter, the babysitter's got a sassy friend, and the babysitter has a potential love interest. And all three of them end up finding out what happens when Annabelle comes out to play. Those actors, they did a really good job. They took semi-stereotypical slasher victims or potential slasher victims and gave them a little depth, a lot of character, and really made you want them to survive. And the practical effects, of which there's a ton, are awesome. I mean, the way they set up the scares and the way they set up the spooks is just perfect. They took a late 60s, early 70s house, like something you might see in an old neighborhood, and turned it into the most frightening charnel house you've ever seen. I mean, it was glorious. The ghosts are, well, they have personality, and the personality is kill all humans. And the best part is the CGI, of which there is a little bit, is only negligibly bad. The rest is done practically, and since there's like no blood, they get away with a lot. I mean, this film is about as scary as the original Conjuring, and that one was pretty intense. The jump scares are set up in a way that it's like a wire that's pulled so taut you're wondering when it's going to snap, and just like that. And the payoff at the end, it's a little Hollywood movie-ish, but done in a way that is believable as an experience. I mean, I'm literally speechless. Basically, this is a film that we have needed for a long time. Because lately, ghost films have been really, really poorly done. I mean, Slender Man, La Llorona, Bye Bye Man, they've been very lackluster. But this one was done old school style, and it shows that good supernatural horror can still be done without resorting to the cruddy looking, cost cutting CGI that other films in the past have done. I'm looking at you, remake of The Haunting. So, trust me when I say, if you want to be scared at any point in the year, not just Halloween, but any point, put this on your playlist. It's worth seeing. This is Mr. J signing out and reminding you, ghosts aren't bad. It's the demons who control them that are. And never underestimate a determined kid. I ain't afraid of no ghost.